WHOP.
Good evening once again from the ball field tonight at Tiger Field, Hopkinsville High School. I'm Jeff Sisk filling in for Todd Hamilton, who is away taking care of some medical issues. And word is that Todd's hoping to be back on Friday for the weekend series on Friday and Saturday here at Tiger Field. Well, if you're ready, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. They're brought to you by Riken Elastomers. Join the Riken Elastomers team today with process operators starting pay at $17.50 an hour and an excellent benefit package. Call 270-475-2150, extension 214 to learn more. For Full Count Rhythm, Josh Carman is the head coach. Leading off and playing shortstop is Levi Perrell. The catcher and batting second is Ryan Miller. The center fielder batting third is Henry Mosley. The first baseman is Tyler Franks. He'll bat cleanup. The third baseman batting fifth is Drew Lowry. The DH is Kevin McCarthy. He'll bat sixth. J.J. Williams, the left fielder, will bat seventh. Hudson Mims, the second baseman, will bat eighth. And Henry Jackson, the right fielder, will bat ninth for Full Count Rhythm. The pitcher is Cade Granzow. For Gary Falk and the Hoptown Hoppers, leading off will be the right fielder, Ren Tokiaka. The shortstop and birthday boy, Josh Rodriguez, will be batting second. Luis Vergara in left field batting third. Ronald Brown at first base will bat in the cleanup spot. Drew Donaldson, the second baseman, will bat fifth. Jacob Dupes, the third baseman, batting sixth. Anthony Smith will be behind the plate catching. He'll bat seventh. Gavin Baxter, the DH, will bat eighth. And Anthony Zarlingo will bat ninth. He will be in center field. Our pitcher tonight is Zach Duenas for the Hoptown Hoppers. 4.78 ERA, 2-1 record on the season. Hoppers in the white pants with the red jerseys tonight. It is a red out here at the ballpark tonight, and a number of the fans have their red shirts on tonight, whether they be polos or T-shirts tonight here at the ball yard. The head coaches and the umpires meeting at home plate. We can tell you that behind the plate tonight will be Wayne Seeley. Johnny Lowry and Rick Erickson will be on the bases tonight for the ball game here for the Hoptown Hoppers and for Full Count Rhythm. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have our national anthem and get you set for the opening pitch. This is Hoppers Radio.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Tab Brockman with our national anthem tonight. Our game time weather brought to you by Solly Office Supplies, located at 805 South Main Street in downtown Hopkinsville. For all your office supplies, office furniture, and more, call Solly Office Supplies. Sunny skies here at the ballpark tonight. Breezy conditions. Not too bad temperature-wise. We're down to 86 degrees here at game time. And Brandon Killebrew with the first pitch of the ball game. Of course, he's the incoming auction chairman for the 73rd WHOP Rotary Radio Auction. And we're about set to go as the Hoppers are on the field. And Duenas will go through his warm-up pitches. Good job, my friend. Good job. Good job, my friend. Tab Brockman coming out of the press box. He elected to sing the national anthem from the press box here tonight at Tiger Field. Opening pitch brought to you by Gary Keaton, Christian County Farm Bureau Insurance. Visit Gary and his staff today at 2405 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville. That's 2405 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville. Gary Keaton, Christian County Farm Bureau Insurance. Again, Zach Duenas on the mound for the Hoptown Hoppers. 4.78 ERA, 2-1 record, 26 1/3 innings, 23 hits, 17 runs. 14 of those were earned runs, 15 walks, and 30 strikeouts on the season for Zach Duenas. Tell you who is leading off. It's going to be Levi Perrell, the shortstop for Full Count. And on the season, Perrell, of course, will tell you he's from Lexington, North Carolina. And Chattawamba College is where he plays his college ball. Look at his numbers on the season. He's a .213 hitter. Played in 26 games, 108 at bats. He has 20 runs, 23 hits, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run, 12 RBI on the season. He bats right. And the first pitch comes at 6:05. So we are off and underway on this Sunday evening. Glad you're along on Hoppers Radio and Hoppers TV tonight. And WHOPAM.com. We're glad you're joining us this evening for tonight's contest. 2 balls now as the first 2 pitches off the mark. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. The pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 2. So that makes it now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes after falling behind 2-0. The pitch, swing and a miss and a strikeout. way to recover after throwing 2 balls. The next 3 pitches were strikes. And the first strikeout of the night for Duenas, and he now has 31 strikeouts on the season, and the batter is going to be number 32, Ryan Miller. He is the catcher for Full Count Rhythm. Here's one popped up and out of play. It'll be a foul ball.
Return those foul balls to the merchandise table. Give you a $100 local ball for your efforts. Thank you.
So Duenas gets ahead. 0-1 count now. Here's the pitch from the right-hander. A swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 now the count. Again, on a beautiful night for a ball game here at Tiger Field. A lot better than it's been the last couple of weeks, as he is going to heat up next week. Here's going to be a base hit. Goes into right center field for a base hit. And the batter's going to be Henry Mosley, the center fielder. Mosley, a .337 hitter on the season. He's had 101 at-bats, 27 runs, 34 hits, 6 doubles, a triple, 5 home runs, and 29 RBI as he bats right. Here's the pitch, and this one's hit to the shortstop. Can they do 2? There is 1. They throw to first, and safe. Just did not get it out of the glove in time, but they did get the runner at second base. So the play will go 6-4 for the out there. But the second baseman just bobbled it and hesitated just a bit. And Miller is aboard on a fielder's choice. But there is an out in the inning. That's 2 outs now in the inning. And the batter is going to be Tyler Franks, the first baseman. Swing and a miss for Franks. Franks a .318 hitter on the season. 21 runs, 27 hits, 9 doubles, 5 home runs for Franks. And it's a ball, so 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. No, he did not. Strike 2. 1-2 now the count. Two outs here in the top of the first inning of play. The pitch, here's one hit into right. Can they get to it? No, it's going to go to the fence, and then it bounces over the wall for a ground rule double. So a ground rule double for Tyler Franks. And that moves Mosley to third and Franks at second. So Franklin now with runners at, full count with runners at second and third. And the batter is going to be Drew Lowry, the third baseman. Lowry, a .333 hitter on the season, 17 runs, 27 hits, 8 doubles, 1 home run, and 14 RBI. You've got a couple sitting out there now. You might be able to get home with a base hit, as there are 2 outs, so they'll be running on any contact. That's a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs again here in the inning. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike, so that evens the count at a ball and a strike. Kevin McCarthy is on deck. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be hit to the shortstop. He'll throw over to first in time. Rodriguez goes to Brown for the out. So, for full count, 2 hits in the inning. They leave 2 on base. They do not score. So we go to the bottom of the first with the Hoppers coming to bat as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. Nothing for full count. Hoppers coming to bat. You're listening to Hoppers Radio. Tochioka comes to the plate now for the Hoptown Hoppers. He bats left. 379 hitter and fouls this one back for strike one. He has 25 RBI, 2 home runs, 2 triples, 5 doubles, and 39 hits altogether. And speaking of hits, he just took one. So he's been hit by a pitch, and he's on base.
For the Hoppers, the birthday boy, Joshua Rodriguez.
Joshua Rodriguez will now come to the plate. 323 hitter on the season, 35 runs, has 40 hits, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 5 home runs, and 30 RBI. That's a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Trying to get my game changer to come up here so we can kind of pay attention officially what's going on. Here's one hit in foul down the left field side, third base side. So that's going to make the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Luis Vergara, the left fielder, is on deck. They squared a bunt. They put it down. It's a good bunt. Can he beat it out? Pitcher picks it up. He throws to first. Is it in time? It is. Going to third is going to be Tochioka, and he's in there with another bag as he gets to third on the throw. So it goes 1-3 for the out on Rodriguez. And Luis Vergara, the left fielder, will now bat for the Hoppers. Vergara, 301 hitter on the season, 17 runs, 31 hits, 6 doubles, 8 home runs, and 20 RBI. Well, a home run would be nice here if he can get one. Ronald Brown, who has hit several home runs, is on deck. 1 out here in the inning. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. So Vergara's in the hole at 0-2. with one out. And Tochiaka is at third base. Here's the pitch. High for ball one. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Ronald Brown, the first baseman, is on deck for the Hoppers. He joined the club about the middle of June or so. Maybe mid to late June. Here's the pitch. This one's hit to the third baseman. He's got it. He throws to first in time for the out as that play goes 5-3. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Oh, excuse me. No, it's just 2 outs. My apologies. I forgot about the hit batter. My apologies. That one's on me. Ronald Brown will come to the plate. That's on me there. Ronald Brown coming to the plate, a .233 hitter with 3 home runs, 1 double, 14 hits, and 15 RBI. And the pitch to him is a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes. My apologies. I was ready to set the Hoppers down, and they still had another out. Pitch is across for a strike, so 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 2. So the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Drew Donaldson is on deck if Brown can somehow get aboard. Hoppers lead it 1-0. Here's the pitch. And strike 3 looking. The strikeout recorded by their pitcher, Granzow. So we go to the top of the second. We played 1. And for the Hoppers in that inning, a hit batter scored that run. He came around. Tochiaka came around to score on the Vergara ground out, and then Ronald Brown struck out. So on the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it's Hoptown 1 and full count nothing. Back after this, you're listening to Hoppers Radio. Play, and the batter is going to be Kevin McCarthy, the DH, for full count. Counts 0-1. Now he fouls one into the full count dugout, making it 0-2. McCarthy, a .308 hitter on the season, 8 runs, 12 hits, 2 doubles, no triples or home runs. He has 6 RBI. It's his 12th game that he has appeared in, and he pops one up into right field, and Tochiaka is there for out number 1.
Now batting left field number 11, J.J. Williams.
And the batter is going to be number 11, J.J. Williams, the left fielder. Williams, 294 hitter on the season. 5 hits, a double, and a home run, and 2 RBI. And time is called for something here. Not quite sure what it is. Apparently he got hit. Okay, we were looking down, but apparently he got hit. So a hit batter. And the batter's going to be number 1, Hudson Mims.
Second baseman number 1, Hudson Mims.
Hudson Mims will be the batter, the second baseman. Mims, a 200 hitter on the season. Here's a pitch. And this one's hit into right between the center fielder and the right fielder. It goes up against the fence, and they're going to hold him there as Mims is in for a double. They've hit the ball well to that part of the field between the center fielder for the Hoppers, Zarlingo, and Tochiaka, who's in right. And the batter's going to be number 15, Henry Jackson, the right fielder.
Batting for the Rhythm, right field number 15, Henry Jackson.
337 hitter on the season. 28 hits, 4 doubles, a triple, no home runs, and 15 RBI. Here's the pitch from Duenas. Gets away, but not far enough for anybody to move up. The runners are at second and third. So it's a ball and 2 balls. And no strikes. No, 1 ball. That's what I thought. I was going by the scoreboard. Now it's 1-1. 1-1 to count with 1 out. Full count with runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Been a nice night here at the ballpark. Here's one hit up the middle. It's to the pitcher, who will throw to first in time, and he holds the runners at second and third. A good job by Zach Duenas.
Batting shortstop number 2, Levi.
And there are now 2 outs in the inning, and the batter is going to be the leadoff hitter, Levi Perel, the shortstop, for full count. Here's the pitch, and this one's fouled back. Heads up, the kids out playing behind us. Didn't even phase them, did it? 0-1 the count. The kids playing in the field back behind us. Almost got hit. Here's the pitch, outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll check Major League Baseball as we get an opportunity as we go along. Most games should be complete except for the Sunday night game. And I believe it's the Yankees in Boston. They're playing this weekend. So anytime they're playing, they put them on Sunday night. You can guarantee it. Here's the pitch from Duenas. And it's a strike. And the count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs as we play here in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch. And it's outside. Did he go? Nope, they say he did not. So it's a full count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count with runners at second and third for the second straight inning, and Duenas is trying to get out of a jam for the second straight inning. He's thrown 29 pitches. This will be his 30th pitch of the night. And it's outside for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. Bases are loaded for Ryan Miller. And the ump needs some new baseballs, so he gets those from Nixon Grace, the ball boy, who is sporting some new bling. His baseball team won a championship yesterday. So congratulations to Nixon and all those folks. Got a big old ring. Of course, on his hand, it looks even bigger. Here's one hit up the middle. And they charge, they throw, and he's out. Good job by Rodriguez to scoop that one up as it goes 6-3, and it prevents any runs coming across the plate. So in the inning, one hit. It was actually a double by Mims. There was a hit batter and a walk. So one hit in the inning, and they leave 3 on base. We go to the bottom of the second as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Hoptown 1 and full count, nothing.
WHOPAM.com.
We move to the bottom of the second inning, and it's a 1-1 count now to the batter, Drew Donaldson. Jacob Dupes is on deck. Oh, watch out. Bat got loose. Goes into the net. Donaldson on the season is a .226 hitter. Has 21 hits, 5 doubles, no home runs, and 21 RBI. And the count is 1-2 now, as the bat went all the way to the back of the net. And a pitch inside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hopper's on a 3-game winning streak, looking to make it 4 tonight. We didn't tell you about action from last night and games coming up. Count stays at 2-2. Last night, Du Bois County beat Madisonville 15-12. Paducah beat Henderson 4-3, and full count over Fulton 8-3. Hoptown at Franklin was postponed because of rain in the Bowling Green area. Now tonight, Muhlenberg County and Du Bois County are playing a doubleheader. Louisville's at Owensboro, Henderson at Madisonville, and Fulton at Franklin tonight. Hoppers welcome Paducah to the stadium tomorrow night. And here's one short. It kind of bounces to the plate. So it's going to be 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Donaldson. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be a base hit. Going to left center field, and they're going to hold him to a single. But it's the first hit of the ball game. Drew Donaldson with that hit, and Jacob Dupes, the third baseman, will be the batter.
Batting for the Hoppers, the third baseman, number 22, Jacob Dupes.
Dupes, a .282 hitter on the season, has 20 hits, 6 doubles, 2 home runs, and 12 RBI. Here's the pitch, and it bounces to the plate, but the catcher does a good job to keep it out in front of him. So it's a ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be hit to the second baseman. He'll go to second for the out there. They throw over for the double play, the 4-6-3 double play on that one. And there are 2 outs.
Anthony Smith.
And Anthony Smith, the catcher, will now be the batter for the Hoppers. Smith, a .421 hitter. 16 hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and 8 RBI. Played in 15 games, and that pitch is in for a strike. Hoppers lead it 1-0. Here's the pitch. Inside. For a ball, so 1 ball and 1 strike. And here's one chopped to the third baseman. He scoops it up. He'll throw in time for the out as it goes 5-3. So with the double play in that inning, they face the minimum in the bottom of the second inning. So 1 hit and nobody left on base. We have played 2 with a Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Hoptown 1 and the Rhythm nothing. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Radio. We move to the top of the third inning. The Hoppers lead it 1-0. And coming to the plate for full count will be the center fielder, Henry Mosley.
Leading off top of the third for the Rhythm.
He's 0 for 1 tonight. As he grounded out 6-4. The fielder's choice, trying to turn the double play. And it's a strike to Mosley. Fulton has had at least 2 runners on in the first 2 innings of play. They've stranded 5 tonight, so Duenas worked out of a bases-loaded jam back in the second, and that pitch is in there for a strike. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the batter is is Henry Mosley. Tyler Franks is on deck. Here's a pitch. Curveball doesn't get in there. It's a little too high. So that's going to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. And this one's going to be popped up center field. Center fielder is there. Can he get to it? Can he get to it? It is gone to the deepest part of the ballpark. A home run for Henry Mosley to lead off here in the top of the third, and this ball game is tied. That was to the deepest part of this ballpark. They have an extended fence out there above the normal fence, but straight away it went over that extension on the fence. And for Mosley, that is his 6th home run of the season. And we are tied at 1. A pitch inside. The batter is Tyler Franks. He had a double back in the first inning of play. Pitch is a strike. 0-1 the count. And this one's fouled back, making it 0-2. 0-2 now the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out. So Drew Lowry will now be the batter with 1 out. We're tied at 1.
I'm batting third baseman number 3, Drew Lowry.
Drew Lowry, he grounded out 6-3 back in the first inning of play. It's a pitch. It's a strike. The count's 0-1. The pitch. Ball, so it's 1-1 now. 1-1 the count. Pitch. Strikes. So now the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kevin McCarthy's on deck. Here's the pitch. And this is going to be a base hit between the shortstop and third baseman. And the batter's going to be Kevin McCarthy, the DH. Flied out to right in the second inning of play. Pitch. It's a strike. And the count's 0-1. Pitch. Runner's going. This one's going to be popped up into left field. Making the play is going to be Vigara. And out number 2. And the runner has to return to the base.
I'm batting the left fielder number 11, J.J. Williams.
Batter's going to be J.J. Williams. He reached back in the second. He was hit by a pitch. And this one's hit into center field. It'll get down for a hit. So a base hit for Williams, and runners now at first and second. And the batter's going to be Hudson Mims. He reached on a double back in the second inning of play.
I'm batting second baseman number 1, Hudson Mims.
Here's the pitch, and it's foul for strike 1. Count is 0-1. 2 outs, runners at first and second. And they look to throw back. They do not throw. Faked the throw. Pitch is outside. Ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 3rd inning of play, and we're tied at 1. Hopper scored a run in the bottom of the 1st. A home run by Henry Mosley here in the top of the 3rd has tied it up at 1. That pitch is in there for a strike. So the count now is 1-2. Here's the pitch. It's high. Runners go. There's no throw, so they go to 2nd and 3rd. Double steal for full count. Here's the pitch. And this one's hit up the middle, and it gets past the glove of the shortstop Rodriguez, and the throw to home. A couple of runs come home, and going in for a double is Mims. And it is now 3-1 in favor of full count. So Mims with 2 doubles tonight, and Henry Jackson is going to be the batter. He got a couple of RBI there as well.
Right field number 15, Henry Jackson.
And it's now 3-1 in favor of full count. All this with 2 outs after the home run to lead off the inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss to Jackson. Jackson grounded out to the pitcher, who threw over to first for the out in the 2nd inning of play. Here's the pitch. And say it's a little high, so that means it's a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Getting a nice breeze tonight here at the ballpark. He's thinking about coming out. Still plenty of time, plenty of baseball. We're just in the top of the 3rd. Here's one hit into left field. Left fielder on the run makes the play for the out. That was Vergara. But damage done in that inning. 1 left on base. There was a home run by Mosley to start the inning. There were 3 hits in that inning. And full count has now taken the lead as they plate 3 in that inning. After 2.5, as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it is full count 3 and Hoptown 1. Back after this timeout, you're listening to Hoppers Radio. Play To the hoppers, Baxter fouls it away for a strike. Now it's 0-2 as this is fouled away. No, I lost that one. I wasn't sure where it was. Gavin Baxter, the DH for the Hoppers. 368 hitter on the season, 6 runs, 7 hits, a double, and 3 RBI. 1-2 is the count now, as that was a ball. Anthony Zarlingo is on deck. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And stepping off the mound is going to be Granzow. And the pitch from Granzow. This one's fouled back.
Bring those foul balls back.
2 balls, 2 strikes, as that one went directly behind us.
Local ball.
Two balls, 2 strikes, and nobody out. This is the leadoff batter, Gavin Baxter, for the Hoppers here in the bottom of the 3rd. And this pitch is outside to bring the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good crowd tonight. We'll be anxious to get the numbers. And it's a base on balls. So the Hoppers have their leadoff batter on base. And Anthony Zarlingo, the center fielder, will come to the plate. 353 hitter on the season. 24 hits, 5 doubles, 8 RBI. No home runs, but a deep one here could tie this ball game up. He bats left as he steps in. And the count is a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Rin Tochiaka is on deck for the Hoppers. And it's a bunt. Scooped up by the 3rd baseman. He throws. He's got it in time. So that was Lowry to Franks for the putout. As that goes 5-3. Zarlingo almost beat it out, but that does advance the runner, Baxter, to 2nd. So he did his job, but it was a great bunt. Might have had just a little bit too much on it. Got to the 3rd baseman pretty quick, but he still almost beat it out. 1 out here in the inning. Hoppers with a runner at 2nd. And Tokiaka puts one down, and it goes foul. It almost stayed fair, and they'd had trouble getting him. He was racing down the first base line. So it goes as a strike. So 0-1 is the count with 1 out. Playing here in the bottom of the 3rd inning of play. Full count leading 3-1. So he played at 3 in their half of the 3rd inning. Pitcher looks back at 2nd. Now he's going to come home with a pitch. And here's one hit into right field, and it's going to be just foul. Down the right field line, and it's about 2 or 3 feet foul. Oh, 0-2 now the count, with Josh Rodriguez on deck. Now the batter calls time and will step out of the box. And now he looks back to second and will walk the runner back there. Comes home with the pitch, and this one's fouled back, so the count will remain 0-2. 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors for full count. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors for the Hoppers. Here's the pitch, outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this one's hit up the middle, and it's going to drop right in front of the center fielder for a base hit. And they're going to hold the runner at third as they do a good job of getting the ball back into play. But with that base hit by Tochiaka, that puts runners at first and third for the Hoppers. And the batter's going to be number 7, Joshua Rodriguez. 1 for 3 back in, or actually grounded out 1 to 3 back in the first inning of play. Here's the pitch, and inside. Letter high pitch there for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Right across the lettering on the chest for that one. Here's one popped up into right field. Right fielder is there. Can he get it? He's back at the wall. He makes the catch. Runner tags. He's coming home, and he'll be safe. They got the ball back in, but Baxter was able to score. So the sac fly for Rodriguez, the RBI. It's the RBI, and that makes it 3-2 now, and full count in front with Luis Vergara, the left fielder, on deck or batting. He grounded out 5-3 back in the first. On deck is Ronald Brown. So Tochiaka had to stay at first, so that's where he is. It's a pitch, swing, and a miss. That one was right in front of the plate. Not quite sure what Vergara saw there, but he swung as that thing just dove straight into the ground, right in front of the plate. 1-1 the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch. It's a strike, 1-2. Speaking of the Yankees and the Red Sox playing tonight, the Cincinnati Reds, who swept Tampa Bay this weekend, will be in New York for a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday contest. And here's one lined right to the third baseman for the out. So in the inning, the Hoppers do plate 1. They had a base on balls to lead off the inning, a base hit by Tochiaka.
I hope y'all are ready for this.
And the Hoppers leave 1 on base. So 1 hit in the inning and 1 left on base. They get within 1 as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It is full count 3 and the Hoptown Hoppers 2. We're back after this timeout on the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. You're listening to Hoppers Radio. is Levi Perrell. He's 0 for 1 in the contest tonight. And the count to him now is 0-2. As Duenas gets ahead of the batter here in the fourth. And there's a curveball, but stayed high, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll have all 3 of those Reds games for you in New York against the Yankees coming up this week. Here's one hit into right. Tochiaka is there, makes the play for the out. I'll have to double check, but I believe that airtime is 5:35 Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. We'll have Hopper baseball for you tomorrow night. The Hoppers here hosting Paducah. Food truck night tomorrow night, so if you're a food truck fan, come on out tomorrow night to the ballpark. About 5 different vendors will be here. Here is one hit foul. Still hasn't come down. Where did it come down? Out in the field to the right. So the count's going to be 0-1 to the batter, Ryan Miller. Here's going to be a base hit as it gets right past the outstretched arms and body of Ronald Brown for a base hit for Ryan Miller. Again, if you're wondering about the voice of the Hoppers, Todd Hamilton, why I am here. He's working on some medical issues, and we received word today that he hopes to be back here on Friday for the Friday-Saturday series coming up at home. So that means we'll be here with you tomorrow night for Hoppers Radio against Paducah. Wish Todd the best in his recovery, and hopefully he'll be able to be back with us on Friday. 0-1 is the count now. With 1 out, runner at first. And here's one popped up on the infield. Who's going to get it? Is it going to be? It is the first baseman, Brown, who squeezes the baseball for the out. For out number 2. And stepping to the plate is going to be Tyler Franks. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Struck out back in the third, had a double in the first. Pitches a ball. One ball and no strikes. Here's a pitch, and this one's going to be foul, out of play, behind the third base dugout. One and one now, the count. Here's a pitch. Oh, it hit the batter. And I think it hit him right on the ankle bone is where it looked. Did not look, didn't look good as it hit right there, at least where at least there's not a lot of meat down that way. Ouch. Hit batter. You could hear it up here is why I'm trying to describe it that way. And Drew Lowry will be the batter with a full count now with runners at first and second. Lowry 1 for 2, base hit back in the third. Grounded out 6-3 in the first. Here's the pitch. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch, And this one's going to be hit to Rodriguez. He'll throw to second to get the force there for the out as it goes 6-4 for the put out. So in the inning, there was a hit batter and one base hit. Full count leaves 2 on base. That is a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 5, 6, 8 in the ball game. They do not score in their top half of the 4th inning of play. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it is the Rhythm 3, the Hoppers 2. We're back after this timeout. One sharply to the shortstop. He'll throw over to first in time for the out. That went from Perel to Franks for the out. And the batter's going to be Drew Donaldson, the second baseman. Base hit back in the 2nd inning of play. He's 1 for 1. Pitch is inside for a ball, so 1 ball and no strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning of play. Pitch. It's in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Drew Donaldson. As he'll step back in, a righty looking at a 1-1 count. Here's a pitch, a little low in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch hit up the middle, and it's going to be a base hit. It hit the lip of the grass and then bounced into center field. Perel was trying to get to it, but he just couldn't get it. And it's a base hit for Donaldson. Jacob Dupes is going to be the batter now, the third baseman. As the catcher goes out to talk to the pitcher. Full count leads at 3-2. That's 1 visit, is what the umpire was letting the official score know. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 0-1 is the count. Anthony Smith, the catcher, is on deck. Ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Hoppers at home tomorrow night. Food truck night. Paducah will be here tomorrow night. The Chiefs. Did he go? They say he did. So the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. With a runner at first base, that's Drew Donaldson for the Hoppers. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two the count with 1 out. Here's the pitch. And this is going to be a little bloop single into right field, and it's going to be first and second now for the Hoppers. Base hit for Jacob Dupes, and the batter's going to be Anthony Smith, who grounded out 5-3 back in the second inning of play. So he is 0 for 1 on the evening. That was the 54th pitch thrown by Granzow.
Anthony Smith.
Here's the pitch. And this is going to be hit. The second baseman picks it up. He'll go to second. They go over to first for the double play, and full count gets out of the inning on the 4-6-3 double play. That's the second time they have turned that trick, the 4-6-3 double play. The Hoppers with 2 base hits in that inning. They need to leave another runner on base, so they have left a total of 2 on base in this contest. A scoreless 4th for the Hoppers. As we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it's full count 3 and Hoptown nothing. We'll be back right after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Radio. Top of the 5th inning of play, and the batter's going to be Kevin McCarthy, the DH. And a swing and a miss. So the count now is 1 ball and 1 strike. Good. One and one the count to McCarthy. Pitch. That curveball got in there for a strike. He'd been throwing that several times tonight, and it just didn't curve for him good enough, and it finally did. And so he got the strike call that time. And here's one hit up the middle, and Rodriguez will field it. He'll throw to first in time to Brown for the out on the 6-3 put out. Hopper GM Ted Yatchek joining us again tonight. We appreciate you stopping by a little later in innings, but you've been busy. You guys got a new toy now, haven't you?
We were lent a new toy.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you bring that to the station and let us play with that a little bit?
We could. All Clean Services let us borrow their T-shirt cannon.
Okay.
So tonight was a test. We're hoping to do that most of the games going forward.
Well, she did a pretty good job. It's all about trajectory and everything and getting it to come down at the right place. Now she can just get it to come down where it's not on the back row.
Yeah, we got to learn. We probably should have practiced before the game, but we didn't. So,
J.J. Williams is the batter. 0-1 and make it 0-2 now the count. Boy, this is a lot different than when we were sitting here Friday night.
Yeah, that's why I came up. I figured I was a little bit drier than. Whew, that was a steamer on Friday.
It was.
But it was one heck of an exciting game.
Yes, it was. Nice night, too, for baseball. And that pitch is a little low and in the dirt for ball one. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good crowd, too, as well tonight on Hopkinsville Rotary Club night.
And we appreciate the Rotary Club for supporting us with free admission for everybody.
Yeah. It's also red out tonight and seeing a lot of red in the crowd tonight.
And we put the Hoppers in their new red jerseys. So.
Oh, these are new. Okay.
Yeah, well, they've worn them a couple times, but they're new this year.
Okay, good. 2-2 the count. And the pitch is outside for ball 3. So the count now is full to J.J. Williams. That is the 75th pitch thrown by Duenas. And ball 4. So full count now with a runner on base. He escaped some jams in the first 2 innings, but they got that home run to start the third, and that kind of snowballed into a couple of more runs there, too.
Yeah, their full count is definitely aggressive when they get up there. I mean, we said that about Franklin the other night, but full count, just about everyone in the Southern Division likes to swing away.
Pitches a ball to Hudson Membish. Got to watch him. He's 2 for 2 tonight, a couple of doubles. He's swung that bat very well tonight. Here's the pitch. Did not get the outside part of the plate. He kind of wanted, as you could tell in his body language with his shoulder, the way he dropped his shoulders, he wanted that pitch. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And this one is going to be ball 3. 3-0 the count now. You don't want to walk this batter. Try to get a strike here. Most of the time you do, but it's outside for ball 4. So 2 straight walks by Duenas. And Henry Jackson, the right fielder, will come up. He's 0 for 2 tonight. And the pitching coach is going to come out and talk for the Hoppers.
Hate those free passes.
And that is Tim Crow, correct?
That is correct.
All right. I'm learning my people as I go. Of course, I know Coach Vaught, and I was pretty sure that was the pitching coach, Tim Crow.
He doesn't necessarily handle the pitchers all the time. But,
okay.
He's been doing a lot of these inning
visits. Correct. Food trucks tomorrow night.
Yeah,
we kind of got it logistically worked. Where are the food trucks going to go?
We're going to bring them in here behind the third base stands on the grass.
Okay.
We want to get them as close as possible. We talked about the parking lot. We talked about back here.
Right.
But we think we can get them. We can squeeze them in. Might not be optimum, but we want the fans to be as close as possible. We're excited. We've had a lot of positive comments. So we're really looking forward to having them out here tomorrow night.
And, of course, the Hoptown baseball boosters will be selling soft drinks, I guess sweet tea, whatever, liquids. They're going to be selling liquids.
So if you just want to get you a drink.
And popcorn, too, I think.
I think so. That's right. So you won't have to wait in line at we anticipate a line at least at the right at game time at most of the trucks. So we're going to have Vancewa's Tacos and Vegan Eats, Burgasm, G's Barbecue, Miss Molly's Eats and Treats, Auntie Anne's Pretzels, and DJ's Lemonade are all scheduled to be here.
I may have to try to put an order in for pretzel bites. You think they'll order to the booth?
Oh, we might be able to take care of you. We'll see what we can do.
This one is going to be hit. Tokiaka with the catch. He'll throw to third. They've done their scouting. There was no way.
Yeah, I think he's thrown a couple of them out a couple of times.
Yeah. Good throw from right field. I mean, love watching the kid when he makes that catch, and he throws the ball back into play extremely quickly for the out.
I also want to say tomorrow night is First Christian Church Night.
That's right.
And as well, we're going to honor and introduce all of our host families.
That'll be before the game, right?
Before the game. That is correct. So about 6:15 or so.
Okay.
It's always a nice night when we can honor them and say thank you for. We couldn't have Hoppers baseball without them.
Pitch is low for a ball. This is Levi Perrell. He is, let's see here, 0 for 2 in this contest. Hoppers rained out last night in the rain in the Bowling Green area. Any talk shed on when you might be able to make that one up?
No.
Any dates work, I guess?
No dates work. The only opportunity would be on that last day of the regular season, and we won't make it up if it isn't needed to settle something in the standings.
And that would be here then, right?
No, be there.
Oh, be there. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
And a lot of people have asked me about the weather there, and I think what really hurt in Bowling Green, of course, they're playing at South Warren this year. And
sure.
The fact that they had rain late Friday, and then some Saturday afternoon, the double dose is what hurt.
Scooped up by the second baseman for the Hoppers, Donaldson, gets it to Brown for the out. And the Hoppers, again, get out of a jam. There were 2 walks in that inning. They leave both of those runners on base. Full count has left 10 runners on base. No hits in that inning. And we go to the bottom of the 5th as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's full count 3. The Hoppers 2. We're back after this timeout. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning of play. Full count on top, 3-2, and the batter is going to be Gavin Baxter. He reached on a base on balls back in the 3rd inning of play. He's a DH tonight for the Hoppers. Anthony Zarlingo is on deck. His pitch is back to the backstop.
Jeff, I want to say, I don't know if you've already mentioned it, but we certainly want to say happy birthday to Joshua Rodriguez.
Yes.
Number 7 for the Hoppers, of starting shortstop.
I did mention that earlier in the pregame. Here's one foul back. Don't know where it is.
Way back.
As long as it's not coming back on us.
Close to the football practice, I think.
Yeah. Are they up there practicing?
They are, I believe.
I knew they were. Yeah, they sure are. They're doing some running and stretching, yeah. Dead period is over in Kentucky. So that means high schools can start practicing. That means the season's not 7 or 8 weeks away. It's not that long.
Speaking of which, Roy Keller sighting tonight.
I did see Roy.
Roy's back in the house.
I did see Roy, yeah. Glad to see Roy. Roy and Ted and myself will be in Louisville to start the season. Here's one popped up to the shortstop, and he makes the play for the out. That is Perrell, and there's one out here in the inning. We'll be in Louisville. First opportunity for us to broadcast a game from Louisville Ballard. I don't think Roy's been there before either. I think last year was the first time that Hoptown and Ballard had played.
And it'll be the first chance for each of us again
with
Coach Clark.
That's right.
Back at the helm of the Hopkinsville Tigers.
Coach Clark back. Here's one hit into left center field, and it is going to be taken by the center fielder for the out. So 2 quick outs here in the inning, both made by the center fielder.
Reminds me, I'll say one other thing. Nixon Grace, Hopper bat boy.
Yeah. Nice.
Member of the 8 and under World Series champs. Just finished the tournament.
Nice bling. Does he still have it on, though? That's
what
I
don't
want
know.
to know.
I got a chance to take a look at it and even tried it on before the game. And
I know at one time his mom had, or his grandmother had it.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to get Nixon and the team out here before the end of the season.
Yeah.
Congratulate them. We're trying to get the Heritage Christian Academy baseball team out as well.
Oh, that's right, for their state champions too. What is it? Kentucky
Christian.
Yeah,
anyway,
I knew it until you started.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
all
right.
2-0 to Ren.
Yep. Ren Tachiaka. 2 balls and no strikes. Squared around a bunt, pulls it back, but it's a strike. So 2-1 now the count. Our friend Mr. Brockman with the national anthem tonight.
Amazing
Beautiful job. He's going to come join me here in a little bit. He is over at Tiebreaker Park. They've been hosting, probably 30 teams this weekend over there, and it's wrapping up this evening. And he said he'd be back at the ballpark and told him to come on up and give us an update on what all happened over there this weekend. Call strike. So count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It's exciting when you can have someone like Tab, not only Parks and Recreation, but also a member of Rotary.
He's on your board too, right?
And a member of the board of directors of the
exactly.
Hoppers. And a host at.
Yeah, and a host as well. There's a strikeout. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cade Granzowski. And that's it for the Hoppers in the 5th. We've played 5 with the score on the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. Full count 3, and the Hoppers 2. We're back after this timeout. This is Hoppers Radio. The batter for full count. Here's one popped up into left field. Left fielder Vagar is there, makes the play for the out.
That was a pretty nice commercial that played before.
I know.
Before we came back.
Yeah, Chris did a good job on there. No, Chris wasn't even on there. Chris told you what to say.
That's right. He did.
Yeah, we appreciate all of our sponsors on Hopper Radio and also those that have contributed to make Hopper's TV available as well.
And just Hopper baseball in general.
Yeah.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that, too. I have to tell you, Jeff, one of those, we talk a lot about the summer baseball stories, and the one I'm about to tell you is related to summer ball as well as regular season college ball. college ball. Ren Takioka, our right fielder, of course, played this past season at the University of Southern Indiana. And before that, he played at a junior college in Iowa. And here with us in the house tonight, and I do not have their name up here with me, but it is his host family that he lived with when he was going to school in Iowa.
Okay.
For 2 years.
Right.
He lived with them, and they are here visiting him tonight in his summer baseball
Isn't that
trip.
something?
Yeah, they actually made the trip to Bowling Green last night.
Okay.
We're in the parking lot at South Warren and found out
right?
that the game was canceled.
Oh,
but
my.
that just shows you those connections that you make in baseball and carry through summer ball and probably a long time in life after that.
3-1, and that pitch is high for a ball, so that will put Henry Mosley on base. First runner of the evening for full count. The batter's going to be Tyler Franks. And I believe Franks is 1 for 1 tonight because he struck out and then he was hit by a pitch. Nope, that would make him 1 for 2. Excuse me. Well, they actually say 1 for 3, so I guess they count that at bat when you're hit by a pitch. Yeah, this is the young man. It looked like a moment ago it hit him right on his ankle bone. You could hear it up here when it hit. 1-0 the count. They're going to throw down to second, and the runner gets in time. Tried to say he was off the bag, but no. He stayed on. See a lot of smiling faces out there. I guess, they're always trying to pull something, try to get them off the bag.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun when it's a good, well-played game, in which it has been so far.
2-0 the count now. I'm going to venture to say that family from Iowa, this is their first time to Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
I believe so. I know they're going to be here tonight, and they're coming back
come back tomorrow night
before
as
they
well.
head home.
Yeah, well, that is nice. 2-1 the count. That was a strike. Look back at second. Now he'll throw to the plate, and this one's fouled back. So that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And I want to mention also next Saturday, this coming Saturday, if any of our past host families or coaches or players or interns or anyone happens to be listening, we're having a 10-year reunion. So if you can make your way to Hopkinsville next Saturday, we'd love to have you. Going to do a little celebration before the game out on the field, and if you can make your way in for the game, we'd love to have you as our guest.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 outs now in the inning. Now, I missed Stitch's birthday, but I had a good reason. It was my grandson's birthday celebration, so I needed to go to that. There was cake, I understand. Will there be cake next week?
Yeah.
Or some kind of treat?
I feel pretty certain we'll have some kind of anniversary treat.
Okay.
Celebrating 10 years of Hopper baseball.
Okay.
10 seasons, I
10
should say,
seasons, yeah.
of Hoppers baseball.
Right. I'm always looking for the angle, What about Christmas in July? Is that going on tonight? Is that right? With the shirts? At the merchandise?
Merchandise. We've been running it for the whole month.
Oh,
we just made everything $20.
Okay.
Several folks bought some new red shirts tonight.
Yeah.
Still a lot of folks picking up hats, Hopper team hats.
I had to pull. You don't have to mention the sponsor on the back, but I had to pull an older one out tonight, looking for. I don't have a lot of red attire.
I know the guy who designed that shirt.
I know you do. I have a lot of orange and black and green and gold attire, but I don't have much red in my closet.
We actually had a fun suggestion the other night. One of our fans suggested that one night we try to get everyone who's in a Hopper shirt out on the field for a picture.
Oh, yeah,
because
that would be
there's been
cool.
So many variations of not only shirts that we've sold, but shirts that have been given away and shirts that companies have produced. And
3-0 the count to Drew Lowry.
We love to see folks in Hopper shirts. We wish we'd see our interns in Hopper shirts.
The only Hopper shirt I have is the gray one.
Yeah.
I should have bought one tonight.
Pitch is low for a ball 4. So now 2 runners on base at first and second. Ted's referring to the Hopper intern,
Greer Givens. Handling the video work tonight.
If you're watching on Hopper's TV, she's loading in all the information and switching from camera to camera. trying to keep up with me, which is a chore in itself. Here's the pitch. Oh, this one's hit sharply to second. They'll go get the force out there for the out. So, one left on base after the out. And there were 2 walks, but no hits in that inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. The score remains the same as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's the Rhythm 3, the Hoppers 2. Back after this on Hoppers Radio. Rodriguez swings at the first pitch of the bottom of the 6th inning. He hits it sharply to the shortstop Perel, who throws over to Franks for out number 1 here in the inning. And the batter is going to be Luis Vergara. 0 for 2 tonight in the contest. And the pitch is a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike. Gets across the plate. Know the total yet, Ted, on the attendance?
Oh, no, I don't.
Too early to tell? Looks like a good crowd, though. It looks good. Looking at, as far as a good indication is the chair back seats, but normally, you've got a pretty good crowd if you've got some folks out in the bleachers in left field, but they're empty tonight. So, but still probably a good crowd. I'd say upwards of 300 probably, maybe a little more. Just guessing. Terrible judge. Here's one hit into center field. Center fielder's on the run. He's back. He's got it at the warning track. As he holds on to the ball as he fell on the warning track. And that went deep. If it had been to another part of the yard, it might have been out.
Yeah, I believe so.
First baseman, 33, Ron Brown.
A long out for Vergara. Of course, the home run that was hit tonight by Henry Mosley went to the deepest part of the ballpark, straight away. Went over, I called the double fence. And a swing and a miss by Ronald Brown. He's 0 for 2 in the contest tonight. Big game tomorrow night with Paducah coming in because they are below the Hoppers, so you want to get that win to stay above them. Need to make up some ground as well. Of course, you're only a half a game behind Fulton.
That's where we'd like to make up some ground.
Yeah, that is true. Hoppers have won 3 in a row.
5 out of 6.
looking for 4 tonight. 2-1 the count. 2 balls and a strike to Ronald Brown. And the pitcher steps off, so now the batter will step out. 1 foot anyway. He's back in. Most of the field in the shade now. And this goes all the way to the fence. The Hopper dugout on the third base side is the last part of the ballpark to get any shade.
Yeah, someone asked me the other night about putting the Hoppers in the first base dugout, but of course there's more room over there.
Yeah.
In the third base.
Here's one hit up the middle, and it's going to be a base hit for Ronald Brown. And the batter is going to be Drew Donaldson, who's had a couple of hits tonight. For Brown, that's his 15th hit of the season. When did he get here? I said the middle of June. When was that? Was it about late June?
No, that's right, about the 15th.
Okay.
Somewhere right in there.
Drew Donaldson is hit by the pitch. So he's aboard now. So Brown's at second, and Donaldson at first, and Jacob Dupes. Base hit back in the first. He grounded into a 4-6-3 double play back in the second. Full count has turned 2 double plays in this contest. The Hoppers almost had 1. But the runner just did beat the throw in that one. 3-2 full count here in the bottom of the 6th. And a swing and a miss by Dupes. He was swinging for the fences there. Gave it all he had on that one. Here's a pitch. This one's going to be outside, but it doesn't get away from the catcher enough for anybody to advance. Marin might have been the only one that could have advanced.
Yeah, we might have.
There.
Yeah, I was going to.
1-1 the count, but with Ron Brown running, too early to take him out of the game for a pinch runner. Got to have him in at first. So they'll let him run there. And here's one sliced. Foul down the third base side. 1-2 the count. Did someone give out bubbles tonight?
They did. Rotary did.
Okay. I got here early before they were all set up, and I did not see what they were giving out. But I've seen bubbles in the ballpark tonight.
Yep, bubble wands.
Okay. Ooh. And let's see. Do they need more balls?
Yeah. No, they're
yeah.
Plus they're getting that ball.
That was fouled. That fouled. Yeah. They need to put a one of those Fitbits on Nixon to see how many steps he takes in a game.
I bet it's a lot.
But I understand from the family, he's really not that run down when he gets home. After all the running he does out here, he loves it. Where's number 88? Pitches outside for a ball, so 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning of play. Hoppers with runners at first and second. Looks back at second, comes home. Here's one hit into left field, but it's right to the left fielder.
All right, Jeff, time for some GM duty.
Right.
Thank you for letting me come up. And again, let me just say to everybody listening, all of our fans, we love you. Come on out to the ballpark. We'd love to see you before the end of the season.
All right. GM Ted Yachek joining us here on the broadcast tonight. Jacob Dupes, though, he flied out to left. So the Hoppers with a hit in that inning. 1 batter was hit. So they left 2 on base. That is a total of looks like 4 on the night that they've left on base. They did not score, so we have played 6. Our score through 6, full count 3, and the Hoppers 2 as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. Back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Radio.
HOPAM.com.
Here we go in the top of the 7th inning of play, and the batter is going to be Kevin McCarthy, the DH. He's 0 for 3 on the night, and the count is 1-1. It's not often that we get the same gentleman that sang the national anthem also on the broadcast in the same night. Tell you what, I knew you could sing.
The bar has been set
I'm
low,
telling you.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
I'm telling you, man, I heard you with the national anthem. I knew you could sing because I have heard you at Second Baptist sing before.
Well.
And I knew you had some pipes on you, but that's one of the tough ones to sing, though. I guess you've done that before. That's not the first time.
I have done it here once or twice before and have done it a little. The hardest place that I've ever sang that was when I worked for the baseball team in Louisville.
Right.
And at Cardinal Stadium, which is 33,000 seats. And if you ever have to speak or sing, we'll let you go on that
Yeah,
one.
this one's popped into right. Tokiaka is there, and he makes the play for the out. Let me also set the scene. We've got a new pitcher in there. Garrett Blevins is in pitching as well. Didn't catch that at the moment, but he is in pitching for the Hoppers. So he comes on in relief from Wilmington College in Bloomington, Indiana.
So singing the national anthem in a big stadium, there is about a 3 or 4 second delay.
There is a little bit of a delay. Yeah, or it echoes or something.
Well, it just takes that long to get through the PA system and get back out to you in sound. Can be a little challenging. That's all I'll say.
1-1 to count. Here's one, a base hit right up the middle by J.J. Williams, and a base hit. And he's got 2 hits on the afternoon. And Hudson Mims, the second baseman, is there. Now, you've been busy this weekend, haven't you?
Been a busy weekend for our Parks and Rec team. We had 20 baseball teams in for the USSSA All-Star Championships. It was a very good weekend. We needed the rain desperately for so many reasons on Friday night, and we got about 2 inches of it at the ballpark. So when we got there Saturday morning, we weren't quite sure what we'd find. The maintenance team did a fantastic job getting the fields ready. We started an hour late yesterday morning, finished up just about an hour ago. Great baseball from teams all around West Kentucky, and it was a lot of fun. And then the Christmas in July event went very well Saturday at Sportsplex.
Y'all were pretty busy. Here's another one right up the middle, a base hit. So 2 hits in a row. And the batter is going to be Henry Jackson, the right fielder. 0 for 3 in this contest. What age group are we talking about for these guys?
8s, 10s, and 12s. So basically Little League age.
Okay.
Youngsters, 8s, 10s, and 12s. Some good baseball. The lone Hopkinsville team in the tournament was the Christian County Diamond Dogs in the 8 and under division. They made it to the championship game, finished runner-up with 7-year-old participating against 8, so hats off to them.
Yeah. I guess you have more tournaments scheduled this year.
We do. There is a girls all-star state tournament, fast pitch, 2 weekends from now. Next weekend, we've got the 7-on-7 passing league best of the West.
Yeah, that's going to be out at the softball fields as well, and the football stadium.
Yep, playing a tiebreaker on 4 of the fields in the outfield, and then we'll convert Stadium of Champions into 2. 22 teams from around West Kentucky, Southern Indiana, and Nashville area and north. So it's going to be a great weekend of football.
Yeah, you want to go out and see a lot of passing. That's no linemen.
Right.
No linemen.
Helmets, and that's it.
Right.
The DBs play. They do a count for the quarterbacks on how quickly they have to get rid of it. It's really just testing your skill players.
Yeah.
But it's a great tune-up for the high school season, which is just around the corner.
Yeah, yeah. Here's the pitch. This one's popped up, and, we almost got it. And it's going to be a foul ball. Did he touch it in fair territory? I think that's what they're wanting to argue.
No, he did not. He made a great dive for the play, and of course there's going to be some theatrics here. We're going to talk about this one. A great effort by the pitcher, but he didn't quite get to it, and it had a lot of English on it. Spun towards the foul side, and that's when it actually made contact.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was already foul when he actually did make the contact. I did see that. So, as we have mentioned, I'm filling in for Todd Hamilton, who's taking care of some medical issues, and Tab knows the CEO at the facility where Todd is visiting, and y'all played a joke. Y'all kind of pranked Todd, didn't you?
It really wasn't meant to be this way, but my good friend who's the CEO there said, would you go check on my buddy Todd Hamilton? And he sent me a note, and he did. He said, I went in and checked on him. He said, good guy. He said, I went in and told him, said, good to see you. At this point in time, he didn't know if he was a doctor or what. He says, we have ordered the double enema for you. and said Todd looked at him in somewhat of a horror face on there.
Imagine.
Going, what? And then he said, they were ordered by Dr. Brockman, Dr. Tab Brockman. and
over in Hopkinsville. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Remind me to not let you know anything.
A consulting physician from Hopkinsville has ordered a double enema. So.
Todd is doing well. We do want to let everybody again know that Todd is doing well, and see how it goes. And he may be back with us next weekend for the weekend series here at home on Friday and Saturday.
All the best wishes for him.
Yes, exactly.
This is a beautiful night.
It's perfect tonight. It's perfect tonight. A lot better than it was Friday night. I don't know if you were out here Friday night or not, but it was pretty toasty on Friday night.
It was sticky Friday night, and we were here, and still a great game, though.
Yes.
I mean, I think everybody had about given up the ghost and said that one's over, all except the crying, and here comes the roaring comeback.
Levi Perrell is the batter, and he hits one right to the second baseman. He'll throw to first.
Yes,
they scoop it out of the dirt in play. And that goes 4-6-3 double play. We have had 3 double plays, and they've been the 4-6-3 variety.
That can erase a lot of base runners.
They sure can. So two hits in that inning. They leave 2 on base, actually leave 1 on base. And there were 2 hits. Let's listen in to Scott Colley with our 7th inning stretch. Everybody stretched, almost as good as Harry Carey.
Hello, friends. It's your old pal, Harry Carey.
Seventh inning stretch brought to you by Chick-fil-A. If y'all listen to us in the morning and when Tab comes out to the station, this is normal. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Visit them today on Fort Campbell Boulevard and download the Chick-fil-A app for online ordering.
Now, our goal on weekdays with you in the morning is see if we can crack Jeff up before we get out of the studio. And usually we're successful.
Yeah, most of the time you are successful. We played 6.5. We go to the bottom of the 7th as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. 3-2 full count over the Hoppers. And I tell you what, they're ready to go. So we're not going to take a break this time. The batter's ready to go. We're ready to go.
Let's see if the defensive play and the energy that they were coming off the field with can convert into a run or two here as we hit the bottom of the 7th, because there was a lot of energy in the dugout with that double play.
Yes, sir.
Not the dugout, but it was the dugout. I'm sorry, not the bullpen.
Go pitches inside, and this is going to be Anthony Smith, the catcher. He is 0 for 2 at the plate. And a swing and a miss, evens the count at 1-1. About a month and a half, going to have some big doings in downtown Hopkinsville at the end of August. You guys have been working hard, probably about, 11 months or so on that?
It's a year-round endeavor, Jeff.
Yeah, I know. It's a big deal. Here's one hit into left field. Who's going to get it? And the left fielder is there. He'll make the play for the out. That is Jackson who makes that out.
We've hit the ball hard. I have only been back since the 6th inning, and we've hit 2 or 3 of them to the fence with nothing to show for it. But making good contact. We got to get some base runners.
Yeah.
6th annual Summer Salute, that you were talking about. That'll be August 26th and 27th, and all of the vendor booths are sold out, earliest in the history. We'll have, of course, rides for the kids. We'll have bounce houses. There'll be any number of vendors and everything you can eat that's bad for your system, that you can hear your arteries clog as you eat them. Lots of great music. Jimmy Church Band, the ageless one on Friday night, and Saturday night. Everybody is fired up for KC and the Sunshine Band, a free concert, which just does not happen. If you look on their website, you've got all these major cities and venues where they're playing, and it's a $75, $100 ticket. It is a free show. Come on to downtown Hoptown, August 27th.
KC and the Sunshine Band.
They've sold 150 million records.
Wow.
That's pretty strong.
And you'll recognize a lot of their tunes.
Please
don't go. They got to do Please Don't Go.
Oh, they got to do Please Don't Go. But you're going with the lovey-dovey song. I'm all the other dance tunes.
I know. This one's going to go foul.
And the youngsters will take off for the foul ball.
Yeah. If they're paying attention.
That's a contest here. Just to watch them all, it's like ants to a picnic.
2-2 the count to Gavin Baxter, the DH.
Hey, and I want to give a special shout-out to Mom and Dad of the 2 Hoppers that we have staying at our house this summer, as soon as we get through a pitch here.
And this one's hit to third base.
Broken
He'll
bat.
scoop it up, Throws over to first, and he's safe. He beat it. Third baseman did a good job, but didn't get it there in time. It was a bang-bang play. I imagine if this was Major Leagues, they would have been giving the headset signal to look at that one.
The pitcher thought it was chitty chitty is what he thought on the bang bang by the reaction that he made there.
See,
that was an easy one. That was easy. You set me up for that one.
I know I did.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Anthony Zarlingo steps in. He bats left. And a swing and a miss.
Big swing there. Greg Lyle and Sean Sullivan are the 2 Hoppers that we have staying with us this summer. And I cannot say enough about these 2 great young men. They are just absolute gems, high-character guys, good ball players, and we'd be proud to call them sons, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Pitch is a strike.
Sean plays for Franklin College in Indiana, and Greg plays for U-Pike, University of Pikesville.
Yeah. 0-2 the count for Zarlingo. There's one out here in the inning. This one's foul.
Trying to pull it.
Yeah. Count remains at 0-2. You do have a baseball background, don't you?
A little bit.
Yeah. Public relations area, I guess.
Yeah, and marketing. Yeah, for a number of years, as Todd probably has said several times on here. Worked for the Louisville Redbirds AAA team for the Cardinals for about 7 years.
They are now affiliated with the Reds.
They are, and true story, the reason they didn't go with the Reds for the longest time is because they didn't want to fool with Marge shot. Smoke them if you got them, honey.
Yeah. I could see that.
Even though it made perfect sense being
sure.
right down 71.
Yeah. Reds did sweep Tampa Bay this weekend. There's a strikeout. So the Reds are, at least these last 3 ball games, playing a little better.
Well, it could only go up.
Yeah,
it could only go up.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. Got to see a lot of great ball players come through there. We were playing, as I alluded to earlier, at the old Cardinal Stadium, the home for U of L football, before they built the new stadium there. And when I left in 97, we were just talking about the new stadium downtown, which is now the beautiful Slugger Field.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. Great opportunity, good people.
Swing and a miss for Tokiaka. I like those minor league ballparks. I've been to the one over in they say Knoxville, but it's really Sevierville.
Yeah.
Been to that one. Been to the Lookout.
There we go.
Oh, there's a base hit. Yes, sir. And they're going to stop at second, first and second. Been to the one. I haven't been to the new one, but the Lookouts played at one downtown.
Chattanooga.
Yeah, Chattanooga. Been to that one.
For the Hoppers.
Been to the new one in Louisville.
Really nice, and you know the beautiful thing that happened with that, Jeff, as happens with a lot of minor league ballparks, predicted that when it was built down there on the east end of Main Street down there was really not a lot happening down there, and it absolutely sparked a renewal of down at that end of the city. Now there's restaurants, there's all kinds of things down there. Not but a few blocks away is Muhammad Ali Museum, and really very nice job of getting things energized down on that end of the city. And it's a beautiful park. You see it coming through on Spaghetti Junction there.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of things there. For a while they hosted, before they built the new stadium, they hosted the Louisville Soccer Club.
Yeah. Before they got their duplex.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a pitching change, so we're going to take a break as well. Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, 3-2 full count. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to Hoppers Radio.
This guy's kind of a sidearmer.
Yeah, he is.
A little bit of sidearmer. Got a little cutter. Looks like it almost a screwball.
Yeah. Pitch, and this is, as you said, you thought the Hoppers might be able to hit this pitch. You watched him warming up.
I did. That ball was parked on top of the batting cages. It was pulled, but way out of here. He is not throwing the ball as hard as his predecessors.
Right.
And if we get the timing down, again, it doesn't look like a ton of movement. We might just pop him.
Count is 0-1. Hoppers with runners at first and second. And did it hit him? I think it did. Are they going to say it hit his hand? I believe it did.
It hit his hand, but the hand's part of the bat.
Yeah.
Going to take a look at it.
Take a look at it and see where it hit.
I don't think that's the doctor unless he's got this is a side gig.
Oh, they're putting him on.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Wow, there'll be a conversation here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was not a very good reaction from the dugout as they put him on base. So he was hit by a pitch.
Okay. Loads him up.
Yes, sir. Bases loaded for Luis Vergara. And he's got some pop, too, in his bat.
Ducks on the pond. Time to get back the lead, or at least tie it up here.
Vergara with 8 home runs to lead the Hoppers on the season. And that pitch is a ball.
A little outside.
Yeah.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah. Home run here would kind of help open things up a little bit with full count on top, 3-2. Here's a pitch, and this one's going to be a base hit.
Yes, sir.
It's going to go all the way to the wall.
It's going to get 2, and it might get 3.
Yeah, there's 1, there's 2. Here comes another one, and he is safe.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That scores 3. 3 come across to make it 5-3 in favor of the Hoppers on a double by Vergara.
Slices it right down the right field line. It landed about 3 or 4 feet inside the line and dead in the corner. It didn't even carry him off the fence down there. It kind of sat there, which gave the runners time to get all the way around. Big swing there.
Yeah, kind of died before it got to the fence.
Yep.
The grass.
Well, and he cut it too, so it was going. It landed fair territory, but it was cutting to the right. So, and there is a little high grass down there. It got caught up in that a little bit.
Sure. Now coming to the plate is going to be Ronald Brown. A single back in the 6th inning of play. Struck out in the first and grounded out 6-3 in the 4th. The pitch and low.
Hey, Jeff, I'll tell you, too, this weekend, in addition to the 7-on-7 Best of the West, everybody come on downtown on Friday night because we've got our next Sounds at 6.
Yeah.
It's Homegrown Talent Night in conjunction with the Visit Hopkinsville and Batter Capital of the World.
Yeah.
Jason Montgomery Band.
Ooh, that'll be good.
Everybody likes him some Jason Montgomery Band. Jason got all kinds of notoriety during the COVID quarantine time when he would get on the piano and play on Friday nights and was listened to all over the world. He's got a band now. They'll be downtown starting at 6, so come on down and be part of that.
Yeah, it started out as one thing. Here's one popped up high by Brown. The center fielder is there, and it'll come down. He'll make the play, but that'll do it. But the Hoppers able to put 3 on the board in that inning of play on 2 base hits. Yep, go ahead.
I'm gonna turn it back to you because my girlfriend, my bride, is down in the stands, and if I stay up here the whole time, I'm going to hear another commentary.
You're probably going to get in trouble. Yep. Well, we appreciate you coming by and give us an update on all the baseball going on out at Tiebreaker.
Always, my friend. We'll see you Friday night downtown.
Yes, sir.
At Sounds at 6 o'clock. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks,
That's Tab Brockman, Rotarian, sang the national anthem, Parks and Recs, you name it, he does it. Tab Brockman, thank you, sir, so much. Joining us here for a couple of innings tonight. 5-3 as the Hoppers take the lead as we go to the 8th, as we check the Holiday Inn and Suite scoreboard. Back after this, you're listening to Hoppers Radio. Came to the plate for full count. That was Ryan Miller, the catcher, and he lined out to the second baseman for out number 1 here in the top of the 8th inning. Henry Mosley will be the batter. And did he go? He did. They say that he did go around. So 0-1 now the count to Henry Mosley. Tyler Franks is on deck. Here's the pitch. Checked it that time, so it's a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch. New pitcher, by the way, is Aaron Moss. 5.06 ERA, no record. And let's see how many innings has he pitched. 21 1/3. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. So 1-2 the count. Zach Duenas started this contest. Garrett Blevins pitched an inning, and now Aaron Moss is in. Here's the pitch, and here's one hit into left, and it's going to go all the way to the fence. And they'll get it in, but it is not. Oh, is it? No, he's in there safe. Oh, he got him. Oh, my. They called him out. Throw from left field to second, and they call him out. So that goes 9-6 for the out. You don't hear that very often. 9-6 for the out. No, that was left, so it would have been 7-6. Excuse me. 7-6 on that play. So 2 outs here in the inning, and the batter is Tyler Franks. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Tyler Franks. Drew Lowry is on deck. And this one's fouled back. 2-1 now with 2 outs. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be foul, so that evens the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Back here at the ballpark tomorrow night. 6:30 first pitch. We're on the air at 6:10. The Hoppers and the Chiefs of Paducah. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Moss. And we go to the bottom of the 8th with the score. The Hoppers 5 and full count 3 on the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. We're back after this timeout. 3-2, and then scored 3 to go up 5-3. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. 1-2 the count. With 1 out. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch outside, ball 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jacob Dupes. Pitch outside for ball 4. So Dupes is aboard, and the batter's going to be Anthony Smith with 1 out. Smith 0 for 3 tonight at the plate. Flight out to left, hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the 4th, and grounded out 5-3 in the 2nd. Pitch is outside. Ball 1. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Carson Plumidor comes to the plate with a pitch. It's high for ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike. And this one's going to be popped up into right. Who's going to get it? Is up. First baseman made the catch. Kind of a circus catch. He kind of over his shoulder made that play. Looked like he couldn't quite see the ball, but he made the play. So a pop out to the first baseman for out number 2. And the batter's going to be Gavin Baxter. Base hit in the 7th. Ground, let's see, base on balls in the 3rd and popped out to center in the 5th. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. High for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. This one's going to be hit into center field, but it's right to the center fielder for out number 3. So no hits in the inning. They do leave 1 on base after the base on balls. And we have played 8. Our score at the end of 8 as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's the Hoppers 3, the Hoppers 5 and full count 3. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Radio. The first pitch of the inning to Drew Lowry is in there for a strike. Hopper's 3 outs away from winning their 4th game in a row and getting above 500 at 16-15. 1-1 now the count to Lowry. Aaron Moss working his 2nd inning. Pitch is a ball. 2-1 the count now. Here's the pitch. It's high for ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike now to Drew Lowry. Moss throws it across the plate for a strike. 3-2 now the count. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be hit into center field. He comes on, and he makes the play for out number 1. That is Zarlingo. And the batter's going to be Kevin McCarthy. He is the DH. Nope, we got a new batter. This is going to be number 7 for full count rhythm.
Number 7,
Hayden Miller. Hayden Miller will be the pinch hitter. Miller plays at the College of Charleston. He is from Sandy Hook, Connecticut. One out. Pitch is high for a ball. J.J. Williams is on deck. Pitch is a strike, 1-1 the count. I just looked up, noticed the moon. It's not full, but it's almost full. It's a beautiful moon tonight. Nice and clear. Bright. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. 1-2 now the count to the pinch hitter, Hayden Miller. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs and full count now down to their final out. J.J. Williams will be the batter. A couple of base hits for him on the night.
Batting for the Rhythm, left fielder 11, J. Williams.
Here's the pitch. It's a strike. Pitch, and this one is going to be picked up by the pitcher. He can't come up with it cleanly, and on bases. It would have been close anyway. And Williams is on with a base hit. And Hudson Mims, the second baseman, who is 3 for 3 at the plate tonight.
Second baseman, number 1, Hudson Mims.
He has 2 doubles, a single, and a base on balls. Full count now, the runner at first. Pitch outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Hit to the shortstop. He'll go over to second for the out, and that is a Hoptown Hopper winner. They won 4 in a row now. A ball game that took 2 hours and 18 minutes to play. You can't beat that. A short ball game and a win at that on a great Sunday night here at the Ball Yard. Your final score, Hoptown 5, full count 3. Back with a wrap-up after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball.